Well, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful morning. River's a little bit swollen. It's hard to believe that 7 years ago, when Calgary flooded, this whole valley was one river. I did get the bike out. I probably haven't ridden this bike in 6-7 years. One thing I can't stand: nice spot, take a break, and people gotta toss their cigarette butts. That just irks me. Well, shut her down. After many years of using the yellow tint glasses, I have retired them and used some real safety glasses. Those ones weren't even safety glasses, but these are UVEX safety glasses. Kind of used to wear at work all the time. Offer some real protection. I just don't usually like wearing safety glasses like that in the garage because with the tint kind of makes you look like a douchebag. Started on working on the tailgate thing. I got the foldable solar panel, case of Lucky that was on sale, and I'm going to say right now, you don't know how out of shape you are till you get on a bike and start riding. So now looking at the eco-worthy 120 watt foldable solar panel that I picked up. This is to be utilized on the Jeep because on my F-150 I have a hard panel that's mounted to the roof. But I want something portable for overlanding camping trips on the Jeep, so I bought it. It consists of 4 30 watt panels, and I'm just checking the load on a little small ATV battery, which I was getting about 3 amps. And I think it'll work out good. However, I decided to cut the wiring harness apart and redesign it for the purpose that I want it. So I wanted it hardwired to my battery, and it'll be connected by a Deutsch connector. So basically when I get out there in the bush, I just disconnect that plug that I put to protect it from water and dirt, plug in my solar panel via the Deutsch connector, and away I go. I'll be a happy camper. What do you guys think? All right, what I need to do besides empty everything out is start removing all those brackets, the rear seat belt. I won't need them. Picked up this spare tire bag. Still gotta bust that out before head out on the trip. Domcat buds. And are you ready to go outside? Are you? What are you doing? What are you doing, Domcats? Doms. Don't you want to say hi to your fans? Do you? Domcats. It's pretty warm out, but you got some shade. And I'll have the garage door open, so when you mew, I know it's time to take you in. Alright, you have a good time. Pro tip: anytime it comes to removing the Torx fastener, always do it by hand to break it free. Otherwise, you're going to regret it afterwards. Well, we all know the relationship when it comes to Torx. And sometimes you got to risk your life by using a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter and use Big Bertha to bust it free. Yeah, then once you crack them free a few turns, then you can put the gun on it. I'm just removing the brackets, but the bolts are going to go back in so I don't have a hole. But anti-seize. All the seat belts, all the brackets are out, which is pretty good. I'm almost at a standstill for right now until the slides come in. And I have to run down to Napa before 7 o'clock tonight to pick up the seal for the transfer case. And I need to get a 14mm lug nut so I could pull the injector out of the TDI, build my own injector pull tool. What's going on, lazy bones? What's going on? Hey, ready to go inside? I'm gonna have a fire tonight, and you can come back outside then. I also got the AC on, so you're not gonna be hot inside, Mr. Dom's. Domgats. Just sitting in the yard, having a fire, drinking a Lucky, kicking back and relaxing. Motherfucking beer time. That's my favorite cigar of all time. Another beautiful day with a strange cloud formation. So my slides came in. I just took down some measurements on hopefully how it's gonna play out. That crazy cloud formation hasn't really moved all day. It's just bizarre. So the idea is try to keep this as simple as possible. So now I got all my pieces cut. Once they're on the slider, it's gonna go like that, and which means I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that locking mechanism yet, which I'm not sure yet. So these are the straps I'm going to use to tie it down with, and these are the bars that's going to be strapped to. So I got a machine here, here, there, and the mill's all set up. So I'm making some cuts. There's one slot machined in. So that's how it's going to feed up to the handle. Now this is the part where I stumped myself. Cut my pieces out how I want it to run. So the hinge is going to stay in there, and these angle irons are going to point to the inside. And then this piece is going to ride up top and slide in and out. But it's a little bit longer, as you can see. Just because, where did I put those pieces? Those pieces are going to be welded on the end and go out. So unless I weld a piece of angle iron underneath that bracket and put the barrel here, and then have another piece mounted in my Jeep. That way it's centered, makes it easier if I want to open up the cooler. Gonna have to ponder that. Wheels are turning for sure. I want to try to keep it as simplistic as possible. What are you doing? What are you doing, Tomcats? Do you like the coat rack behind you? Do you? And do you hear the birds outside? And do you want to eat them? Is that what you want? Tomcats? Alright, so I'm going down the rabbit hole again instead of focusing at the job I'm supposed to be doing, like building that thing. The plan is to go camping. I got my jerry cans, but the special jerry can spout I put somewhere, now I can't find it. And the problem is, once something's on my mind, I can't stop until I figure it out. Crazy thing is, the new fuel nozzle's like 40 bucks, and it's not a small thing either. I don't know where the hell. Well, sometimes you just gotta admit defeat, and just have to go try to find a new one tonight. You can only spend so much time fucking around, and after that, it just becomes pointless. Some reason I thought I had it in my Jeep in the garage, but then I remembered last year going out gold mining, gold panning, I took those jerry cans with me to fuel up the truck when I was in BC, and yes, found it. Good. Now I can get back to work. It only took an hour and a half to try to figure that. Need to do a practice rivet first. Make sure that everything will go as planned. So the way this thing is designed, not all the slides will come out fully. So I need to make sure that I can get a rivet on the backside. So I guess what I'm really saying is I need to make sure that I can rivet this and then still close the slide. Yeah, as I thought, it won't work. However, it's close, so I wonder if I could tap the rivet down. If I tighten it down enough like that, oh yes, that'll work. That'll work just. Pneumatic riveters are totally the way to go. So I got 4 1/8 steel rivets. Should be enough to hold it. So of course, anybody's questioning the use of the 1/8 steel rivets, even though these ones don't have the shear strength on them, but the average 1/8 rivet has a shear and tensile strength both over 400 pounds, so I think it should be pretty good. This is where I'm just keeping it very simple. The cooler has feet that are gonna ride on here. It's got to be 11.5 inches, and then I machine these out so the straps can go to the handles. So I just have everything set up to where it's going to fit up. And these rails are set up 11.5 inches wide so the Dometic legs can fit on there. I might add a cross member as well. I do need to clean the aluminum before we weld it, so I'm going to use non-chlorinated brake cleaner. Got the old spool gun out. I've not used this in a long time, so I'm not even sure how much gas I got in there. Oh, I still got lots. Got it set up, 10 gauge, 1/8. No idea if this is going to be a disaster or not, but I'm about to find out. Just went off Smart Mig and went to manual mode. So you can see right there, that's on manual mode. And that was in Smart Mig mode. I gotta grind all that dog shit off and redo it. Anytime you want to grind aluminum, you need a special aluminum grinding disc. Because as you can see, the aluminum likes to build up in that, but if it's not an aluminum designed one, the aluminum will build up inside here, and if it gets too hot, it can actually cause the disc to explode. It's very important to use aluminum when grinding aluminum. A bright note, the dog shit didn't break off when I was grinding it. So I got 2" by 2" 1/8 angle. Got this 1" by probably 1/8 channel. And then I added my supports in the middle and in the back. And I just need to figure out my lock mechanism, but I need some thinking power. So we're gonna have a pre-motherfucking beer time. Yeah, wearing that leather jacket, welding aluminum. Fuck me, it's warm. Oh, I had an idea, and then once I welded it together, I changed my mind. So now I gotta think of something else. So if I would have made the slide or the angle the same length, it would have been easier. But if I take a piece, cut it till it matches the end, that'll be my template. Drill a hole through it to match the barrel so it can go through. And then I got my piece of steel right there that I can rivet to that. Spool gun works pretty good once you remember how to set it up. It's one of those things I purchased a long time ago when I built my sluice box, and I never really had a chance to play around with it, but this time I will. And the aluminum's all welded up. So I'm just kind of setting it up. I can't squish it over close to that side because the cooler still has to get past there. But, so now just putting in the nutserts. I'm gonna go with 6. That should be enough to hold the cooler. So I just brought the cooler out and fitted it up. Now I'm gonna tie down the strap. The rain's really starting to come down now. So I ended up ditching the blue straps. I had these blue ones, but I ditched them for the orange ones because they're ratcheting. I knew I was gonna have that issue, but the ratcheting ones I could tie it down good so it's solid. So that's it. Slid out. I can still get inside, reach around, slide it in. Got the lever. And that's it, tighten down. I will have to fix it up at a later date because it kind of looks wobbly. One of the main reasons for that is that the floor of the Jeep has ribs. So I'm gonna have to make some spacers, but I'm out of time. So just doing some thinking. Like I said, I got my solar panel and that on this side. I put my sleeping bag, my tent, and my pillow. And then I could pack some other goods here, but try not to focus on blocking the vents because that's for the cooler. And then I had the idea for the seat bar. I don't know where exactly it's gonna fit, but I can tell you right now with this cooler taking up so much space, it's kind of ruining my shelving plans. So I might build like a little shelf unit that comes across a little bit. I don't know yet. Takes up a bit of room, that's for sure. All right, I think it must be motherfucking beer time. All right, time to shut her down. I probably started at 10 o'clock today, and it's probably 8 p.m. now, so motherfucking beer time. Oh, a cold beer sure feels good. There's definitely, now that I built one, there's definitely some things I would do different than I did on mine. That's for sure. Steve Home Guy with the JK, he has an ARB fridge and he wants to build a slide out for his, so be building another one, but building it totally different from how I built up this one. And you guys can see a little couple different designs. And then yeah, the plan is to go out this weekend, kick back, relax, go camping in the Jeep, and then might start hitting some gold panning coming up soon. You never know. Oh, you never know. I need to get out sometime this year, so I will, I gotta shut her down, but I'll see you guys in the next video.